And today I had read a article about how marketers need to brace for an unsteady economy. And I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to talk a little bit about both the problem that's facing all of our clients, their marketing agency owners, at the same exact time as the solution. So there's a Wall Street Journal article talking about marketers bracing to defend their ad budgets in an unsteady economy. And this is actually just an understanding that during a recession, a lot of businesses get scared and they look for different ways to kind of cut expenses. And one of the ones that they always think about is advertising, which is actually bullshit. It's like a short-term decision that actually has long-term consequences for all the businesses. So if you're a marketer or you're a marketing agency owner and your clients are all of a sudden really nervous about their budgets, they're trying to reduce their costs or their spend with you, and you're set up to basically choose one or two routes. One of them being that you just agree to them and kind of work with them and try to keep them regardless of whether or not it's going to succeed. That's a short-term decision. Or you stand in a place of understanding and a consultation with them where you're becoming a trusted partner and telling them like, hey, this is what's going on right now. This is actually a perfect time to keep the ad spend and the marketing. So that way you can focus on results. This is a time where you need to be able to set up as a leader and basically start to lead your clients to trust you. And as some of my clients are realizing that this means that they have to increase their client communication and understanding maybe what was communicated on a monthly basis now has to be done on a weekly basis. They're getting to a point where they realize that there's this kind of big culling of businesses, just like with COVID 2 years ago, where the businesses that were set up for these kind of disruptions are ultimately going to succeed. And this is a time where you need to not reduce your investment into your business and your success, but ultimately being able to work from a place of understanding the long-term decision making. And so that's the problem that's being faced right now. A lot of my clients are dealing with clients that are reducing their ad spend. They're worried about things. They're losing clients because people are nervous. And this is a time, and this is a reason why this whole week has been talking about leadership and being able to guide others in uncertain times. And so from that's kind of the problem that's being faced. And we at Niche and Control knew that something like this would happen. And so we have been building different types of programs that really help marketing agency owners. We're kind of like the execution system. We help you with marketing and sales and kind of positioning and packaging and things like that. But ultimately what we're best at is the execution. So people, process, looking at your process and making it more streamlined and lean, which is ultimately what you're going to want to do. If you are losing clients or you have a big churn, ultimately you're wanting to cut expenses or make sure that you're more efficient at the things that you're doing. So that way you're not having waste. I'm going to do some content pretty soon talking about the 7 wastes and what you can do to remove that. But we created a new homepage and kind of an understanding of what we do at nicheandcontrol.com. We have a whole bunch of different kind of resources for you if you're a marketer that is dealing with, uncertain times and unsteady economy and clients giving you kind of like putting your head in like a ring about results and what they need. Our whole program is based around making it to where you have client results. So if you want to read about our story and kind of what led to what we do, it's all right there. We have a bunch of case studies based around like Susan, who in 18 months went from almost giving up and closing her creative agency to scaling and getting acquired within 18 months. Warren went from for 6 months, quadrupled his business. But in 9 months, he went from 15,000 to 100,000 per month. How Mike went from a solopreneur, 5,000 per month to over 20,000 in 4 months. And a bunch of other case studies listed here. Now, these all are based around this understanding that you ultimately need to systemize your business, which ultimately sets you up to not only retain clients better based around client results and making that more predictable, but ultimately coming from a place of confidence and competence in the organization. We understood that a recession was going to come. We thought it was going to be a year ago. So we've been planning for the last year to set up to really help marketing agency owners in this process. So we have basically programs that meet every single budget. We have a course kind of do-it-yourself kind of focus. And that was and Leverage for Growth is actually the same exact program. It's just delivered in different ways. We have a course, we have a mastermind, we have a one-on-one, and a team coaching. And the course and the mastermind, we're ultimately using the course and then guiding our clients through goal setting and being able to understand on a weekly basis, what is actually happening, what's that's keeping away from the goals, making sure that you stay focused on what you need to accomplish. Because ultimately, everything in here, even that article, is one big kind of distraction from you achieving your goals and creating certainty within the marketplace, which is ultimately what every single person needs, especially business owners right now. They need to find an internal place of peace and contentment and confidence in the midst of a kind of an unsteady economy. So we have basically programs for every single budget, from the lowest budget. So if you only can spend $2,000 on something that would basically help you with a long-term growth plan, we have a course. Our mastermind is really taking that same material, but then in a group format, being able to work through problems and get to the root cause and finding solutions for that in a group environment where you can leverage each other, really getting to the point where you're constantly leveraging the lessons learned from the group, which is really, really cool. And so that mastermind, we actually have a guarantee on it based around if you're not seeing results within the first 6 months and you've done the work, you've executed on the program, we'll actually refund your money. So that's a brand new part of the mastermind. You don't really have anything to lose. And so the mastermind's pretty awesome. And then we just released the Advantage. So, Niche and Control in itself was a one-on-one coaching program from the get-go. I worked with over 30 marketing agencies one-on-one, kind of learned best practices, basically, cultivating. And that's what started this whole process of Leverage for Growth. Leverage for Growth is leveraging the best parts of you and your business for ultimate growth and expansion. And so we're bringing back one-on-one coaching with a lot less spots available because obviously we're managing a lot of programs now. But the one-on-one coaching as of this moment currently, and I have many people that are looking at this right now, we have only 4 spots available to work with me directly. And the one-on-one coaching is both one-on-one coaching, but also mixed with the mastermind. So basically we're leveraging all the different types of resources in order for you to achieve your goals. A lot of our clients that were listed here went through that one-on-one coaching, including Susan, Warren, Mike, Melanie, and Scott, how he was able to double his profit margins and then barely had to work on vacation with his wife for a month. So this whole program, these programs are all based around those lessons learned from over 3 dozen marketing agency owners working directly with me. And then Ascension, we only have 1 spot available, but this is a lot more geared towards those 7-figure agencies that are looking to build leadership and management kind of structures within the organization, developing leaders of leaders, and really making it to where there is a systematic improvement that happens. So we actually have 2 of the 3 spots filled already. So we have 1 spot available for Ascension for 7-figure agencies. So we've been preparing for the fact that this eventually was going to happen, that there is, marketers are kind of having to defend their ad budgets in an unsteady economy. We knew this was going to happen. And so over the last year, we have been providing solutions to our clients, and now we're opening it back up to even more people with it. So just as a recap, the course is a do-it-yourself. And it's the lowest of our programs from a monetary value, but it's actually the best course out there for marketing agency owners looking to systemize and scale their business. We have the Alliance, which is a group mastermind. Our next cohort, we have 5 spots available, and they start on the 14th of November. So that is the Alliance. One-on-one coaching. Right now we have 4 spots available, and we have many people looking at this program right now. So if you prefer one-on-one coaching, kind of an executive coaching with a whole bunch of different resources for you to succeed, that might be something for you. And a lot of times one-on-one coaching also helps with life pivots, or if you want very personalized accountability, that's a really good benefit. And then Ascension is really geared towards those teams of teams or building out your C-suite. We only want 1 spot available. So if any of this stuff resonates with you, if any of these programs kind of resonate with you and you're looking to increase your profits while minimizing your expenses and just being more streamlined in the midst of finding certainty in an unsteady economy, then these programs, they basically will give you a guide towards how to do that. And if you want and you're interested in this, you can schedule a discovery call with me. So it's just a 15-minute call. In those 15 minutes, I've done this over hundreds of times where within 15 minutes, I can determine what the bottleneck is in your business. And if at the very least, even if you don't move forward with us, scheduling a discovery call allows you to really get clarity and maybe even certainty in the midst of it. And it's going to be the best 15 minutes that you could spend on working on your business this year. From there, the discovery call, there's no sales involved. I really just want to know more about you and kind of understand where you are and how what's the bottleneck to you achieving your goals. From there, then we can determine any next steps, or I'll point you in the right direction. And last but not least, we have a newsletter, how to build an agency that you don't want to sell, but everyone wants to buy. Subscribe for a 1 to 5 minute high impact tip or training every day. You can find this all on our website, nicheandcontrol.com. And I look forward to helping serve you guys in the midst of some uncertain times. And thank you very much for checking it out.